Hello, everyone. Good morning. Come on in. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday. I know a lot of people probably at church, but I'm just coming into live because I am making beef stew today, Vietnamese beef stew. Share a little bit of the recipe. I will leave it in the description below once I'm finished with the live. And I am on YouTube and on Facebook. So I want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel, giving me a huge thumbs up. And then, of course, to my followers on Facebook, I appreciate you guys as well. Leave me some comments. Good morning. How's everybody doing? So, first of all, my sister is having an event today. Well, we are having an event today. And hold on a second. It is my nephew's 1 month celebration. He was born August 30th, so it's actually a few months later, but it has a lot to do with our time, getting the right timing to do the party. But it is Vietnamese tradition to, when you have a baby, to have a 1 month celebration. So in the US, our 1 year birthday is a big deal. For us, it's a 1 month celebration. So that's tradition for our community, for the Vietnamese community. So I'm doing that today. My uh, cooking that I have to do, my portion is beef stew. So normally I do 5 pounds of beef stew, but my sister says that there's going to be a lot of people here today. So if you guys are coming, I'll see you guys later. But it's going to be like 10 pounds. So the recipe calls for beef stew, and I like to use ribeye and, of course, the beef cut pieces that you see that's pre-cut. So we do a combination of both. So we're going to use quality meats today, and lots of carrots. Basically the same amount of meat as we do carrots. So I have 2 huge bags of these, and then we cut them in this size right here. I actually love Vietnamese beef stew. I've never watched anybody cook it. I just bought the seasoning. It's a 5 spice seasoning. It's called bò kho seasoning. So normally when I buy it, it has a very strong smell. Normally when I buy it, I just read the instructions. That's how I actually did my beef stew and how I like it. So you would just use cut beef with carrots, onions, garlic, and beef tendons, because I got it cooked on the side. So that way it wouldn't be so hard. You got to cook it for hours. And then my dad loves pig's feet. So yeah, that's a combination. So I have pig feet. So you don't have to do that, of course. You can use all beef products, because I know some people don't like any pork in their meats. Apparently, a lot of my friends don't eat pork, interestingly enough. So if you're on, leave me some comments. I would love to hear from you. If you ever had any beef stew, if you like any flavor, any type, I would love to hear from that. If you go to a Vietnamese restaurant, they do have beef stew on the menu. Try it out. They have soups too. That's some type of beef stew soup, but essentially it's the same flavoring, but more watery consistency. And this beef stew, you eat it with like French bread, or some of us would like to eat it with rice noodles, the thin vermicelli. That's really good. And of course, we put a lot of veggies too into that. But yeah, this is what I got. My sister got this today. Normally I get it in packs, but this is the beef stew seasoning. Leave me some comments if you guys are watching. And my son, Andrew, actually requested potatoes. So we also got the small sweet potatoes. I like these size because once you cut the outside, right, peel the outside, it's a perfect size. So you don't have to cut it. But if you get the bigger potatoes like this, then you just cube it in smaller size like you would like it. Now, when you cook this, you wait till the last 30 minutes to put it in your beef stew. My beef stew generally could take 2 to 5 hours, depending on how I want to cook it. But I'm cooking the pig's feet and the tendons already boiling for an hour now, since I have been peeling. I'll show you guys, peeling my veggies right here. Okay. Um, so shout out to all the people who cook huge meals for events. It is a lot of work. I have been standing here. Well, I was standing, which I just learned something. Look, I got me a chair to sit and prep. Hello, cooks. Did you know I just come up with that like 2 minutes ago or 5 minutes ago? I could have been sitting down the whole time to prep, but I have been peeling these carrots and these potatoes for an hour now. So shout out to all the cooks that are going to make huge Thanksgiving meals. I just want to let you know that you are appreciated. Probably the cooks are the people cleaning, cooking, prepping for events, Thanksgiving, or any family dinners. You are probably not being appreciated as much as you should and get credit for, because I just came to mind today because I've been doing this for a very, very long time since, Andrew was 18. We've had parties for him for 1 month, 1 year, 2 year parties, and after parties. It's a lot of cooking. And sometimes my sister, she'll come over and help me do egg rolls, and we roll like 200, 300 of them. And I'm kind of like retired from cooking egg rolls. I guess I'll do it if it's really, really requested, but I actually don't want to do it as much anymore just because it's a lot of work. But beef stew is a little bit more simple. So right now, the key ingredients are the beef tendons, carrots, onions, garlic, and optional potatoes. Seasoning like the five spice stew seasoning. And I'm gonna put it all together after I cut all of these and keep the meats. And then I put the seasoning. We use fish sauce. And then I use, let me see, I think the chicken broth seasoning that you can get in the store. So I scoop that in there as well with some salt, with some sugar in my seasoning. And I do not use any MSG when I cook. My dad, actually, when I was younger, he cooked with that type of flavoring and it tasted really, really good. But when I got older and started cooking, that's just not how I cook. So I don't ever use any MSG. And then I like to get some fresh red peppers and I'll throw them in there when I cook those. And that's really it. So I just want to hop on real quick to say a quick hello, sharing with you a little bit of the recipe of the beef stew. A little bit of tip for you when you're prepping is to find a high chair to do it, because then it won't be so bad. And then, of course, to want to say thank you to all the people that are going to work really hard in cooking at your household. I just want to say that, hey, kudos to you. So when I ever come to your house and I am eating your food, just know that I appreciate 1,000%, because I know the work that goes into cooking. And of course, to all the chefs out there that have a love for cooking, wow, amazing, because you do this day in and day out. I didn't even like to cook like that. You just happen to see me cooking a lot because it's a means to an end, right? And I just happen to be good at cooking certain things: beef stew, beef beet soup, ginger chicken. My apple cake. I'm gonna make some apple cakes today. And what else do I make? Steaks or whatever. There's only a few things that I do really good. It's only just because that's the only thing that I do. So I get good at it because I've been doing it for like 10 and 20 years. But I am definitely not, I don't call myself a chef in any kind of way like that. My son is cute because he always say, Mom, master chef. I guess my 9-year-old think I'm a master chef. And my cooking is good, so I'm not saying it's a bad, but I don't have that type of passion and love for cooking. So I want to say I appreciate the chefs out there, the real chefs out there, the people that really do have the love for preparing and cooking as an art. That's truly, truly amazing. I'm an artist, when I paint, and so I have a love for that. But for you guys who do have a true passion and spend the time going through the recipes, trying new things, and being really artistic, making your foods beautiful. Hi, Beverly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my egg rolls are good. But to all the people that spend the time Mitch does a really great job when he cooks. I appreciate you, honey, when you cook and you spend time to make it beautiful. I don't know if I'm that type of person that will spend time to prep your food and make it beautiful. Once I finish cooking, you on your own. Get your own darn food and prep it how you want to prep it. But I'm not gonna make it look all beautiful like that. You can do that on your own, you know. Julia Michael, hello. You an artist in the kitchen too, right? Well, I guess in comparison, Julia, to the people who don't, in comparison to them, I am that way. but but other than that, my cooking is just my cooking, and it is really delicious because this is what I do every single time. And my Vietnamese beef stew is just how I conjure it up in my head. In Vietnamese, we call it thịt kho. That means like some kind of meat stew. And essentially, how we cook it is about the same. You either put ginger or different kind of flavoring marinade in it. But for me, for the most part, I either use ginger or don't use ginger. But how I season everything is about the same. I use fish sauce, and sometimes I like a little bit of soy sauce and beef sauce together in my meats. But in the beef stew, I'm not going to use any soy sauce. Oh, I forgot to mention, guys, of course, ketchup. I know. Ketchup in the beef stew is essential. So you got to have a big container of ketchup. So I forgot to mention that. Oh, I'm so glad I'm on a little bit longer. So I will put that uh, recipe in the description below if you are on my YouTube. And then I will also share it as well in my Facebook. I just want to say thank you for watching. I am excited because we have a lot of people coming today to celebrate with my nephew. He is absolutely beautiful. My sister, Hien and Troy, they both 40 and have found each other, found love, and they've been able to be blessed enough to bring their bundle of joy into this world. He's perfect in every way. He's an absolute angel, and there's no one more deserving, of course, than them right now. So I'm very happy for them and happy to be a part of their celebration today. And I'm just coming on to share with you really quick of some things. I hope you guys have an amazing day and expect some pictures from the event, because when the Vietnamese, when we celebrate something like this, lots of people, lots of food, and of course, people like to bring a lot of moolah. So when you go to Vietnamese events for birthdays, celebration, weddings, 1 month celebration, we don't bring gifts. We bring money because we believe in, giving money to the family so they can take care of their baby. And of course, it will more than likely pay for a portion of the cost that it takes to put these events together. I know my sister and Troy got a lot of foods that they order as well. So it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to share some videos of what that looks like because, Vietnamese feast is real. Anytime you have some Vietnamese friends and they invite you to go to a Vietnamese event, just say yes. Just just nod yes. Figure out a way to get there because the food is always delicioso, very tasty, healthy, and of course the people are amazing. And Beverly said, "Wish I was close by. I love your cooking. I appreciate it." Oh, thank you. Yes, and you do eat my cooking. Beverly's one of my girlfriends, and she loves all kinds of foods. Anything I've ever cooked, she's eaten and loved everything. So I love cooking for people that love my cooking. And you and your family's food. Yes, the food is always good, Beverly. I wish you lived nearby as well. But Beverly, listen, Allegiant is flying from Columbia to Fort Lauderdale. So that's coming soon. And it's going to have straight flights. So I am really excited about that. I was going to call you and tell you. Now it's going to be way more convenient for you to fly from Fort Lauderdale to Columbia. So that's going to be excited. That's going to be exciting. And I can't wait to go on a cruise with you and celebrate my birthday. I know you've been on Virgin Voyage many times already. And so I'm glad that you get to go and celebrate my birthday on the cruise. I love you and I appreciate you. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it's going to be so great. The cruise is amazing. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate all the support and the referrals and the love and your comments are greatly, greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys later. I'm sure you'll see some more lives today. My sister is going to make sure that happens. Bye, guys.